Okay. Oh. Today is another day. Let's try something. So, today I will be doing dialogue. I already have a plan. You never know if I'm doing the right thing, though. You never know if I'm doing the right thing. Data dialogue. There it is. Project settings, globals, all these globals. I need to think about it. Do I really need all these globals, etc., etc.? Not sure. I think functions and util should get merged, and I think player should become. Maybe we're going to call this dialogue data, which is backwards, but that's okay. Oh, sorry. I need to do it like this. Data dialogue. Name. Dialogue data. I know. Look. Look. It's because it's so that it's easier to find here. Whatever. Okay. Data dialogue. The plan is constant dialogue data dictionary. That's my plan. Am I embarrassed about how I'm going to do this? Like data, I don't know. Dictionary. Instant chatter. Data. Dictionary. I shouldn't be embarrassed about how I'm going to do it. This is fine. So let's do test dialogue. Something like yeah, just test. Dictionary. Should I call it text or should I call it dialogue? Dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. Dialogue. Also, should these be capitalized? Should this not be capitalized? I think it should be non-capitalized. Ooh, no, it's like a key. I like the capitalized by keys. Decisions. I hate decisions. Test dialogue, dialogue. Am I gonna do the whole like Ooh, I'm gonna do the dialogue. Or am I gonna just do the dialogue? Like the chain of dialogues. Like I did in Grand Fantasy, right? Yeah, it's just the it's not gonna be like Grand Fantasy Heroes. So it's just a dialogue, and then this is a test dialogue. And then it would be portrait. No, it would be character. And you put in your character key. Let's say Scarlet. And then nothing else needs to be said. And then later on we'll have audio. This will have a UID. I think that's it. So we go to test system, 2D. See, got the UI canvas here, and yeah. So I'm just gonna add in a new. I thought about adding it to the player HUD, but it's not. I don't think it's the player HUD situation. I think it's even above like everything. Even more, it's above store you control. It's below, because I would want the dialogue boxes to come up in cutscenes as well. So I think it would be above there. Yeah, so I go to yeah, control. Dialogue control, because I have original names. I don't think it covers the whole screen, because then you wouldn't be able to click other things. Actually, I think I'm going to put it here. Then I'm going to add a panel. Add another panel. Like that, I think. They're too big. Yeah. I'll think about that later. I've been using Inkscape so much, I forget all the controls. Now I'm pressing Control to zoom in, but I can't do that. This is fine. This is the portrait. Add a direct. I guess we're gonna add in a portrait. Those are really misnamed. Because shouldn't they be in here? Shouldn't they be in images? Oh, they are in images. Okay, there we go. Guess I do need another panel on top of my panel. I'm going to do this. Hang on. Although, maybe I use a shader. Howard, hello mate. Good to see you. I wonder what this means, by the way, Cad. What does something like... What does this even mean? What is this? I'm doing dialogue today, so that's like big progress. It's like actual progress happening. There's other things I could do, but I actually want to make progress. Let's do the dialogue. And how am I going to cut a border behind, like cut a border around here? I'm going to use a shader, or you just like that photograph of a seal getting plastered. Yes, okay. Surely there's a way to cut it off differently, or I think I have to use a shader to, like, to have a mask. Ron, hello. Abnormalities, hello. Wow. Welcome back, Murphy. Dialogue is so high, I'm still not sure the best way to do it. I'm just going to use data. I mean, it's kind of... There are a lot of, like, plugins you can get. You know, you can get add-ons and things to have, like, a nice... I don't need anything complicated, though, for this game. It's not like my last game. And well, yeah. I think I'm happy just to have a dictionary. Just to... This is it. This is my dialogue, and that's it. A great heart. Waiting for the cat to get up so I can run down to the shops. How is your, you know, you doing little projects and things? I don't know. Have you been working on any games or anything? Abnormalities? So, I'm just debating how I'm gonna, you know, obviously there needs to be a border here. Get a border around here. I do think maybe I'm thinking about it wrong, but the very obvious problem I'm not sure how to solve is that we don't want all the game's dialogue loaded all at the same time. Well, it's a text file. I don't think that's the problem. It's like a text file. The biggest text file in the world is going to be like 1 megabyte or something. I'm not sure it matters. I'm stuck under him. Being sick this week wasn't well enough to play games. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll leave it like this for now. I'm obviously gonna need a shader to cut off the corners, right? I'm gonna need a shader. I'll think of a, because you could put a panel here, but it wouldn't like cut off the corners. So I need a shader to cut this corner off and also like make it glow and stuff. I don't mean for your game, I just mean in general. I think everybody does that. I don't know how else you would do it. One big text file, one big JSON. JSON. Mostly recurred, but I have school stuff. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave this like this for now, and this will be my portrait texture. And later on, I'm going to have to do a shader, which I'll probably have to do it later at some point anyway. I wonder if there's anything in Godot shaders, just out of interest. You know, you never know. If I put in border. Oh, this one. Oh, this one. Oh, that border. This is spatial for some reason. I think this is literally what I want. Maybe this as well. That's cool. Why is it spatial? I'm gonna do this one. That's literally what I need. A UI corner cut data. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's okay. New pilot. Hello, Brent. I'm sorry, I'm about to leave. Yeah. Hello. New pilot. No, it's not a new pilot, but I'm just doing dialogue now. But I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Did you get your abilities and things working? Your special abilities? Your game? It seems like you keep on adding stuff though. Some sort of scope creep. Like everything seems to have a billion abilities, and it just keeps on getting more and more. Alright. So then this would be the actual text panel. And this would be a label. I might as well do rich texts that I can do interesting things with it, I suppose. Just want the characters to be unique. Yeah, that's fair enough. That is fair. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, it's really cool. Oh, I hate this. I hate this text. Auto wrap. Is it auto wrapping? Yes, it is. Part of me's like, should I have a scroll bar? Probably not. They just go into another dialogue if it's too long. I mean, this looks a bit weird, the way it's done that. Oh, I have this, so that's good. Fit content. Oh, there's a scroll bar. Oh, there is a scroll bar. There's automatically a scroll bar. There you go. Yeah. Mega Man X. Alright. I don't think I want the scroll bar. I think like you say, we have like a little arrow. Well done, Godot. Fixture. Rectangle. Let's see. I think there's a smaller arrow. There's a large percentage of people who won't read that. Yeah, for sure. So keeping it short is probably good. And even the way it's presented, like, there might be something to say to doing this. That might be good. Yeah, I think that looks a bit better, even though it takes up more of the screen. All right. So that's it. That's my dialogue. That's all I need. So, let's make sure. I guess let's not make sure. Let's add a script to my UI. Make a new folder. Dialogue. Dialogue. Last name. Dialogue. This is the thing about something like Game Maker. It's so wildly different. The layout and everything. Game Maker is wildly like out of control. It doesn't even look like any other. Just Godot kind of looks like Unity, and Unreal even kind of look. They all kind of look the same. But Game Maker is like, what the fuck is going on? You don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's very confusing. Yeah. Darth Blackman, hello mate. Probably because it's like 20 years old or more. Oh, is it really? How's your visual novel going? Well, it seemed like a bit more than a visual novel. You like walked around and things. Well, that's good. All right. Game Maker being so complicated, but being marketed as easy hurts the young game devs. Maybe. I don't know if it is complicated, it just looks complicated to me. But I'm sure once you get used to it, it's not complicated. Three-hour meeting with an indie I interviewed. 3-hour meeting. Well, I wish I had meetings. If you have a meeting with someone, that means you're successful. It is complicated. I was thinking the same thing. I'm jealous. Alright. So I've created a you can know about all of these things, that's fine. Oh, arrow next texture. We'll just call it yeah, arrow next texture. We'll call this rich text dialogue. Maybe. I'll just know about all of you. That'd be easy. If you want, With Godot and Unity, you can kind of just get by without learning the UI and what all the buttons do. If you want with Godot, you can pretty much just do everything in code. That's true. So there's probably a function called play dialogue. Oh, you know what else I need? An audio player. True. An audio stream player. And this will go on voice. I've already prepared myself for it. This will be my voice stream player. Actually, dialogue voice stream player. Okay. So there'll be a function called play dialogue. There would be a function called skip dialogue. I think so. Actually, you do want chains of dialogue, don't you? Now I think about it. I'm not sure. You have an array of dialogues that you're going to play. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, easy. It's just an array of strings. Did something wrong. Oh. They don't have funding. They check all my boxes. They have constructed a pitch and polished design, but on the concept art and models now. But it's in Unreal. Holy shit, dude. You're like an actual game dev. It's very impressive. Player dialogue. So I hand you a list of dialogues to play. Maybe this just says next dialogue, actually. Yeah, I think play dialogue just has a dialogue key ring. Yeah, play dialogue doesn't manage the next thing. That sounds great, Daft Blackman. Dialogue key. I don't need anything else. To do some sort of animation. Then we go to variable text to display. There's a string and it equals dialogue data dialogue data. Get dialogue key. Get dialogue. Then we're gonna go to portrait. I don't know why I'm like doing this. Text. Portrait texture. Texture. Dialogue data. Dialogue data. Yeah. Dialogue key. Get character. But that doesn't get me the character portrait, does it? You have to go to character data. Hang on. Let me do this. Variable character key string equals this. Go to character data. Go to this should be named differently. It's const data. Constant data. Get character key. Character head portrait. Character head portrait. And that is loaded. Okay. And then what did I say? And then that's it. There will be audio later, but I'm going to worry about that later. Let's just, you know, function ready. Play dialogue. Next. Okay. I suppose there'll be something like, yeah, self.show. It probably self.hide at the beginning. I'll see you later, abnormalities. It's good to see you, and I hope you get better. Oh, you've probably gone already. I'm sorry. If we're talking labels, I would say I'm a real developer, but I'm just shooting my shot. But I do know a lot about how to. If we're talking labels, you're a real developer. You get up and you do the work. Besides that point, I need to be extra in doing the work. I get up early on the PC 6 hours, but I'm still an artist. So what's going on? Are you not working on the visual novel anymore? It's not a visual novel. It's like an adventure game, I guess. It's a story game. So I need to play the dialogue. No, that's it. I mean, I don't know what else you want to say. This is a test dialogue. Wow. Amazing, I did a thing. Okay, now, I don't know, I guess next dialogue. Well, I need the arrays, really. That's how this should work. So like use an array or something. We need to store like a dialogue index. I suppose so. Like current dialogue index, current dialogue index, something like that. Integer equals 0, and then it needs to sort of, instead of playing dialogue, this doesn't even have a key actually. This does dialogue array, current dialogue key. And then instead of play dialogue, you just play dialogue, right? And then inside of here, you would set up test dialogue. Let's just sanity check and make sure that works. Yeah, it did work. Okay, next, I've got to like be able to click on it and stuff. Can you make text dialogue do a barrel roll? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to have like checkbox. I'm gonna have to have like some sort of objective system, aren't I? I did forget about that. We're gonna have to have like checkboxes, like an objective for the mission, and it's gonna have to have like, because especially for the tutorial, I'm gonna have to have like press W, you know, press S, press D, press A, press all the buttons, shoot this thing, use your ability, and it's gonna have to checkbox down, and then yeah, it's gonna have to do that for a tutorial, right? And then I probably need that sort of system for other things as well. So I need like do a barrel roll would be press E or something. Make your tutorial like a mission. Yeah, it is a boring way to do a tutorial, isn't it? But the main issue is like when I see people play my game, it's like they don't know the controls. Which is fair enough. A flashback to pilot school. Yeah, something like that. Well, in my story head, what happens is you go for the introduction, and then one of the pilots gets injured, and the ship gets injured. We escape from the battle. Now you're in like an empty sort of asteroid zone or something, and then they like heal up or something, right? They heal up, then she's like, oh, let's do a systems check, and then they do a systems check, and the systems check is teaching you the controls. Top of the class showing other students how done. I would like that though. That does sound good. A very Final Fantasy VIII. I don't know if you ever played Final Fantasy VIII. I broke up. What is this? I broke up with my side wives. What does this mean? I was on a click and point third-person action adventure Godot. I've definitely played Final Fantasy VIII. I did actually really enjoy Final Fantasy VIII. I don't know. I think it was very experimental. It's completely different to every other Final Fantasy, like through the mechanics and things, but whatever. I was on a click and point third-person action adventure Godot, a 3D retro space horror survivor in Unity, a 2D platformer survivor. Okay, I quit all my indies I was on. So you just like working on other people's games? for a bit, and then you work on someone else's game for a bit. In that beat 'em up game, I totally ripped off the triple triad card. Oh right, yes, yes. I think I remember you showing me that. Yeah. I never actually played the game. It confused me. The card game really confused me. And it's pretty fun. That's the thing about the mini games in Final Fantasy, though. They're all like super complex, but they're all optional. Like the majority of them, they're like really like in depth and complex, and I like that. But they're very optional. Work on several teams at the same time. Oh my god. We play the dialogue. So let's test out the test dialogue 2. Test dialogue 3. Do a barrel roll. Whoa. Get down and boogie. Okay. And let's do different characters. Now, I can click on the arrow to make it skip, or it just happens after a certain amount of time. And the certain amount of time is determined by the audio player, right? It's going to have to be. The audio player is what. So I'm going to have to record some audio right now. Well, there might want to be an override. So there probably always is a audio file, even if it's empty. Maybe there's an override. Yeah, maybe there's something like you can put in none, and if that is none, then it doesn't play any audio. Otherwise, you have a file here, and it waits for the file to finish, waits a little bit longer, and then plays the next one, right? Or you skip, and it just stops and plays the next one, right? So let's do I have Audacity? Oh, I do. I haven't used this yet in Linux. I assume it all works fine. What's this? Recording device. Okay, here we go. Oh. Classic. Classic. My microphone isn't showing up. That's a classic right there. Rescan. Ooh. We can play back. Okay, let me think. I have this. Ooh, I have this. Interesting. Interesting. Yes. That's what I had. I think. Right. Yeah, let's try this. It might turn up, you know. You never know. Okay. I wonder why it doesn't show up my other mic. Maybe because it's being used by OBS. Test 1, 2, 3. Yeah, cool. Excellent. I probably want it to be mono. Right. Recording channels mono. Okay, it is mono. Mono. There's no volume on this. No, it's no like playback. Interesting. Test. Yeah, I can't hear that. Slayton, hello mate. Audacity is not being my friend at the moment. It's not a HDMI. It should be one of these, I guess. It should be the HyperX. It should look like this. How strange. How annoying. This is really annoying. I wonder if there's a different program I can use. Right. Oh, this is awful. It's just not showing up. Let's just close it. Wait, no. How are you doing, Slayton? Are you working on any games at the moment? Any puzzle platformers or rollerblading managers? Junkalita 2. Hello. You've been here before. Welcome back. Hello. I'm just trying to do some audio at the moment, but kind of struggling. Yeah. This is so janky, but I can do this. Okay. And now I've got to unplug this. Plug this in here. Things I do because of Windows, because of Linux. Okay, let's try this. Test. No, that doesn't work. Can't hear it. Damn. Unless I can hear it now. Use Arch. That really sucks. I think it doesn't like it when other things are using things. Anyway, this will do. let me actually record something. So this is a test dialogue. Okay, I have a feeling this has to be gained up a little bit. Alright, well, that's probably fine. Let's mute this. And the next one is called Do a Barrel Roll. The next one is Get Down and Boogie. I've muted it, right? Add a mono, and a mono. Okay, so they all work. What distro are you on? Ubuntu. Right, I think I'm good. Let me just do this real quick to make sure. So I select that, export audio. It could be a WAV, that seems fine. I want to go to music. I want to probably make another file, new file called voice overs, maybe. And I'm going to save it in here. I'm going to call it Get Down Boogie WAV file. Okay. Select this one. Export audio. This one is called Do a Barrel Roll. Okay, this one, audio. This is a test file. Okay, and I'm even going to save this project. Music, voiceovers. I'm going to name it voice over files. Save. All right. Installed Arch into a virtual machine. Oh, really? I think Arch is pretty advanced because you have to choose everything yourself, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that you should start there. I'd certainly be nervous to try Arch. Right. Got two microphones now, which is great. I love having two microphones. Okay. Everything is fine. Yeah, the problem with Linux is there's a lot of compatibility things. There's like weird bugs that happen. But at the same time, there's weird bugs that happen in Windows. You just don't notice them as much. Maybe? Or you're comfortable with the weird bugs. Yeah. That's what it is. So sound. Folder called voice. Folder called testing. And then I will music, voiceovers, grab these guys. Awesome. And then instead of this being none, well, I want to test that out though. We'll do test dialogue 4. Dialogue. This is a test dialogue with no voiceover. Actually, it can just be empty like that, right? That probably is fine. And then I want to just do that. Oh, interesting. This is a test dialogue. Down boogie. Do a barrel roll. Okay. Leon, yeah. Yeah, most seem to be easy to use. I was thinking of there's something I want to try that I watched a video about yesterday. But I'm nervous to try it. I don't know. Because what if I don't know, what if I break something? You can get new Cronkite. This will let you do tiling in KDE. I don't know if you know about it. I'm not going to try it now, though. No, I'm not going to try it now. Alright, what's next? So I've made these things. Go to dialogue control. I'm going to put test dialogue for here. Okay. Oh, you know what? You know how to do it? Oh, you know what to do? Instead of this being empty, what you do is you type in 5.0. And I know it's a string, but then it's like, I know it's a string, but I use Ubuntu for dev jobs. Except game dev. Okay. Yeah. So I go to dialogue control. And now when I play a dialogue, actually no, it has to be like this, doesn't it? Okay. Actually, is this unclear? You know what? This is unclear. This is unclear what's going on right now. It's going to confuse me later. Because that's going to confuse me. Okay, leave that empty. Maybe do an array. That's fine. I can be confused. I'll probably get used to it. Right. So we'd first do variable voiceover. Boolean equals false. Boolean equals dialog data, get dialog index, get audio is string. Dev jobs, web dev, or any programming. Terminal and package manager speeds up everything. And I know there is Wazzle and chocolate on Windows. You ever tried Zush or Oh My Zush? You're saying words right now, but they make no sense to me. Wuzzle and chocolate. I can't actually eat chocolate. I'm allergic to milk, so. Variable voiceover equals this. If voiceover equals false, wait get tree break timer. Oh, it needs to be able to. You need to be able to interrupt it though. I know. Interrupt this timeout. If okay. Voice over index at the time of playing playing index dialog index equals current dialog index. It's integer. Oh my muzz dot sha unleash your terminal. Open source community driven framework for managing your Zhush configuration. It helps bundles with thousands of helpful functions, plugins, themes. Batteries included. I don't know what this means. And Fuzzva and Zush. Command line fuzzy finder. This is way beyond me. I have no idea what any of this means. Chocolatey. Scoop. Winget. What are funny names, don't they? This is way beyond me, mate. I am a Windows refugee. so you have to be careful. You have to. Aaron Electronic, hello. Welcome to the stream. Are you? Oh, I can spy on you because it's YouTube. Here we go. There's something on here. Why do I feel like I've seen this before? Didn't I play this or something like years ago? I feel like I played this game. I did, didn't I? How you doing? I'm trying to help you. You already installed Wine? I don't know. Wine? Would it be on there? It wouldn't, probably. I don't think so. Yeah, you played. Remember when it was super simple and now it's getting complicated? We have a voiceover. This is a boolean. This should be has voiceover. Yeah. Oh, no, I've heard of Wine. Yeah, running Windows on. I haven't actually. There's nothing. There's nothing I used on Windows that it doesn't have a Linux version. So. Yeah, I haven't needed anything because I use Godot, I use Krita, I use Inkscape, Brave browser, OBS, Obsidian. That's about it. That's everything I use. It's pretty sad. Is that sad? It's literally like 7 programs that I use. The Steam, I guess. Skynet. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Gankler 2. It's good for running older games, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't play games anymore. I mean, I have a gacha game that I play every morning. And I enjoy that. And then I play Total War. Every now and then I play. Yeah, that's it really. Windows itself isn't good at running older games. Sometimes, yeah, I suppose so. Although I do want to get Freelancer up and running at some point. That's something I would want to play. If has voiceover equals false, else dialogue voice stream player stream equals load. this. Dialogue, stream player, play. If dialogue, stream player, well, no, we'll do that in the next dialogue. Play, and then I'm gonna await dialogue, stream, voice player finished, and then we're gonna do next dialogue. And then in next dialogue, Aaron, bro, your game is released. I mean, 1 year ago you did a 2D game. Yeah. It was called Grand Fantasy Heroes. I released it to an underwhelming response. Well, I suppose you get what you deserve, right? If you don't advertise, you don't advertise, and then it's not going to magically get popular. But I think it was a really good game, and I'm proud of it. Very proud of it. I put a lot of work into it, and I enjoyed making it, and I enjoyed playing it. So, but I'm working on a new game now. So if I press next dialogue, the first thing to do is probably stop this. And I'm worried about there being like timing issues and things like this. So I'm gonna, yeah, I'm slightly worried about timing issues. I'm gonna await hit screen. Break timer 0.1. You know, just make sure nothing weird happens. Maybe even like self.hide. Yeah. And then I'm going to current dialogue. So if current dialogue index is less than dialogue array dot size -1, current dialogue index equals +equals 1, and play dialogue. And that should be that. Okay, so I'm going to press this button and something should happen, right? Stephanie survived. Welcome back. Holy shit. Oh, Sky Canny as well. Hello. I can install Linux. I need Windows plus Linux dual boot. I don't know how to use Linux. And Linux versions, for example, Ubuntu, Kali, Mint, and others. I can learn with Linux in a week. Yeah, I suppose so. It was a hard transition. There was like lots of problems. Yeah, there's lots of problems with me, at least. It wasn't like a smooth transition at all, so I don't know if I can like completely recommend Linux, because there might be like weird issues you have and stuff, and you have to be prepared to like solve those weird issues that you have, you know. You don't learn Linux as much as you just use it. Yeah, how's it going, Stephanie? I think you were working on a survival game, but I can't remember any details about it. It wasn't Vampire Survivors, it was more like zombie surviving, right? Well, the reason why I switched was because Windows 10 was losing support, right? That was the reason why I switched. Next dialogue. Anyway, this should just work.
This is a test dialogue. Do a barrel roll.
It works.
Get down and move.
You can't hear it though, it's so quiet. Let me increase the voice so you can hear it. I'm gonna need voice actors. I definitely can't do it myself.
This is a test dialogue. Do a barrel roll. Get down and boogie.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's a good little dialogue thing. I created some building models. Oh, Mavi, hello. But that's as far as I've gone. Yeah, a flood released a virus. MPO escaped the flood. And the city and Zeds. May have to pay someone for zombie models. I suck at modeling people. Right, yeah. Yeah. Explosion was nice, thank you. Need Linux for performance and security. Which Linux do I use? Yeah, I don't know. Mint? Is that a good one? I think they're more or less the same. We just avoid the hard ones. Right. Blood released the virus. How does that happen? Immediate plot holes. Immediate plot holes. Okay, I've made a dialogue system. A flood hits a facility, making the virus. Ah, yes. That makes sense. You're not supposed to find out till half through the game, yeah. That's a good. You don't want to lore dump at the start, right? definitely not. Now what? So I made a dialogue system. Oh. Okay, I suppose I need to do dialogue but dialogue chatter. Right. Watch back to see the dialogue getting made. I can show you what I did, I suppose. So it's just
This is a test dialogue.
it's just like a box.
Do a barrel roll.
It's so simple. Oh, I didn't do like you click on it and it skips, right? I need to do that.
Get down and boogie.
I forgot about that. Oh, do I care about that? Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't care about that. What style? What style of zombie game will that be? Will that be? Oh. ...2009 laptop. I've heard like Linux can be good for older systems, but I don't know which one you would choose. Like the zombies in Resident Evil 4. So what I did was I made a this is my data here. This is like a global, and it has some data in it, and it says it has a dictionary, and each dictionary has a key, and then it has the dialogue and the character who's saying it, and then some audio. But then it also has this is a test dialogue with no voiceover, so in case I want to do that for some reason, I can just put a number in here instead of a string, and then it will play the dialogue with no voiceover. And then I go to my dialogue controller. This will I will feed it some dialogue keys if I need to at some point, like doing story stuff, you know. I feed in these keys and it will play the it will play them in order. And yeah, you just get the data from the text data from here. Oh, and I should add in like animations and things for sure, like Oh, all right, everyone. I need to add in like the small animation. I should probably do that. Text tween. This gets more and more complicated, doesn't it? Every point. Visible ratio 0.0. Text tween. Let's create tween. Text tween. Tween property. Rich text dialog. Text. No. Visible ratio. 1.0. 1.0.
This is a test dialog. Do a barrel roll.
That seems fine.
Get down and boogie.
I haven't played gacha games for 2 days. Congratulations. It's probably good, to be honest. Although I enjoy the one I play, so. And I haven't spent money on it in like a year. I'm completely free to play. This feels good. Four characters. Okay, yeah. Your wallet might get heavy. Okay, so now I need to do, I can click that off, I think. Dialogue barks and dialogue chatter. So what does that mean? To me, a bark is like when chatter is like things that happen in the background, like you hear like people talking to each other in the background and it's very quiet. And a bark to me is like when you're shooting an enemy ship and they're screaming or something and saying that he's behind me, you know. So it will probably be yeah, I'll probably just have 2 more audio players. Yeah. Because these aren't going to have any visible... There's not going to be any text or anything. Right? So just audio players. I'm going to say bark, voice, stream, chatter, voice, stream, player. Although... is chatter the same thing as voice? Take that, enemy scum, yeah. Are these the same thing? Don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to separate them for now. Is center mean mono? Did it? Actually, I don't know what that means. Never mind. Let's do access unique name. And I assume I don't know why I'm not combining these. Yeah, I don't think I care about chatter. We'll just call it bark. Okay. And unfortunately, I think this is going to be exactly the same thing. No, it's going to be... It's literally just audio. Right, there's no character. There's no dialogue involved. It's just going to be a link to the audio. So... But I'll set it up in the same way just in case. And there's an argument to say that this data should just be a dialogue. They should all be in the same place. But I'm going to separate them just because it's going to be easier to separate them. It's going to be clearer. Aaron. Bro, how to learn Godot? In YouTube channel or courses? I don't know. Yeah, what I did was I watched YouTube videos. There's a particular YouTube video I watched called Ultimate Godot Tutorial. There it is. Yeah, but it's old now. So I don't know how relevant it is anymore. But this is one I watched. It's 2 years old. It is Godot 4, so you could probably do it still. It is 12 hours, but I think it's worth doing. I did basically 10 hours, and then it got to the shaders at the very end, and I was very confused by shaders. Shaders confused me a lot. Watch a lot of tutorials, but I like watching you work on it live. Helps me mind wrap around it easier. Alright. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose I don't do anything super advanced. So it's not like super complicated what I'm doing. So my data, I'm gonna say test bar 1. This is gonna have a dictionary. I'm just gonna put in audio. It's gonna have a I'll record some more files, I suppose. Alright, anyway. Sorry. Test audio. I'm gonna record some audio now. This is a good idea. Okay, what? Do this. Now, yeah. Then I open Audacity. And then mute all of these guys, making mono. This is a test bark. He's behind me. Shoot him down. Right, no, actually, it shouldn't. It should be genderless. Thinking about it. They're behind me. Shoot them down. Okay. Make these a little bit louder. Test bar. Oh wait, did I do that right? Yeah, I did, I think. Bark behind me. Bark. Shoot them. Alright, Aaron. No worries. Alright, so now I go here. Test bark, bark, bark. Test bar. Behind me. Shoot them. Okay. And in dialogue control, it would literally just be play bar. There's no like next dialogue, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. So function play bar, and this one would take a key probably. bark theme string. This one would be so, but I don't want to interrupt any. I don't want to interrupt any audio that's already playing, right? But I also don't want to queue up the audio so they play once after each other, because I think or do I want multiple barks happening at the same time? I'm not sure. I think I'd rather I would have there should be a very small chance of these barks happening. It should not only be a very small chance that these barks happen, but it should also they shouldn't overlap each other. It shouldn't be constantly like talking to you. So anyway, I definitely don't want if bark voice stream player playing true, then return. Don't go any further. And maybe even there's a timer between. There might even be a delta time between barks, and just to make absolutely sure, time between barks equals 0.0 function delta, sorry, process delta, time between barks plus equals delta. So and time between barks is my logic is broken down. My brain is broken. Well, is it greater or less? Greater than 9 seconds. Or less than 9 seconds, right? Like less than 9 seconds. Okay. Time between barks equals 0.0. Then we want to go to the bark voice stream player. We want to play stream equals this, but instead of this we go to bark data bark key. Okay, so we load the stream and then I play the stream. Play. That should be that. And then we've got to decide how am I going to play these barks, like what's going to happen. Well, my immediate thought is they're actually in the in this data here. So there would be certain events that trigger these barks, like if I'm getting shot and hurt, then maybe I play this bark. If one thing I definitely want to do is I want to use these barks to signal to the player that one of your heroes, one of your ships, because you command 3 different ships, right? But let's say you're playing one ship, but one of the NPC ships is hurt. There needs to be a bark that says, "Oh, I'm damaged" or something. Help me. I'm burning up here, etc., etc. So that signals to the player, okay, I should worry about that. So there needs to be like these events that happen. that trigger certain barks. Maybe there should be, yeah. And therefore maybe the chatter stuff is more, because this time between barks, let's say you have all of your ships being damaged at the same time, you kind of want them to all call out and say, I'm dying. You don't want this time between barks to be a thing. Also, the other option is I put the barks on the ship. But then you worry about them overlapping too much. I'm gonna put this down for like 1 second and just do it, and then find out if this is even a problem that I have to even think about. Well, it's possible that it's not even a problem, right? So how do I call this bark? I'm thinking that I'm thinking that characters have a list of which Linux Mint version I use, Xface or Mate. I don't know what Mate is. I've heard of Xface though. Seems okay. Xfus. So I guess I add in barks like this. I've never seen someone called it Xface. Isn't that what it's called? Xface? Oxus? What's the actual name? Also, there's ideas that you put this somewhere else, actually. because it should maybe even go in dialog data. Like it could even go in here and be like constant. Bark character key data. I need a table for my table. XF face. FX XFC. XFC. Bark character key data. Do I really want to do that? Do I want to have a key for my keys? Do I want to have a key for my keys? This is the bit I always get confused. Like how to organize my data. Do I put barks here? Do I put some barks here? Where do I put my data? I guess I put it here. No. I'm gonna put it here. Character bark key data dictionary Scarlet. Do I want to put it here? Because now that's another entry I have to do. No, I'm gonna put it here. This is so silly. Just make a decision. Okay, barks. Facts. In trouble. Well, maybe we'll call it trouble. Or maybe we'll call it damaged. And then have an array of keys. So it'd be like behind me. Right. And then you would have another, but let's say you also want, you can have multiple, of course. Have this as well. And then let's say something like threats or aggression. Organized. I feel very unorganized right now. Threats. Test 3. What are the sort of like things? You need to have some organization or you go crazy when the project grows. Very true. I think this is correct. Right? I can't think of any other barks that would happen at the moment. There's like being aggressive and threatening someone. Maybe there's like, yeah, maybe I'll put in chatter here. So when nothing's happening, right? They just talk to each other randomly. They say random things. Perhaps. Let's just put in test bark 1. And yeah, that's it. So I copy and paste that here. Hang on. I can work this out. Oh shit. This says stats. This is base stats, and then this says stats. Oh shit. How did I not notice that? Okay, which one should it be? This one says base stats. Data ship stats. Character data stats. Wow. Well, at least I caught that. Why didn't that error? Why wasn't I getting any errors? That's so strange. It's a good thing I caught it, I guess. Yeah. Data stats. You flashed Minix lint next phase. Wow. Very cool. So what was I doing? I was clicking on this so that I can do this quickly. Copy. Okay. I go crazy from people telling me how I should organize. True. RJ, guess what? I'm trying to go first time while trying out first time doing a game jam. I'm learning pixel art. Oh right, interesting. That sounds good. I'd love to see what you come up with. Happy to play it. If you do, which game jam are you doing? I'm terrible at organization, so well, don't copy me. I don't know if I'm even doing it correctly, but I think this looks good. So each character, you know, they will need different barks because they have different voices, right? So I think this is correct. And then I have to decide how I'm going to. So like Natasha will need a different voice to Scarlet, basically. Have different voice lines and stuff. And then so then I gotta decide how these things are triggered. Probably something like a 1% chance when you're at low health. Okay. Well, I don't know if this is really even a good idea. I'm just gonna do it and see what happens, right? Player. I'm gonna go for spaceship body. Or should I do this in the NPC controller? Because you don't want your player. You don't want the player doing this. How would the NPC controller know if I've been damaged? Do I have to emit a signal? I hate that. I hate that idea. Let's just do damage. If shield down, regenerate equals false, take shield damage, take whole damage. If distance squared to player is 200 squared, play whole hit effect. Well, I want to raise that, by the way. I want to raise that number. Maybe that should be a constant. That should be a constant. Damage effects visibility range. It's right there. Classic. Damage effects visibility range. Times 2. Shouldn't all of these be squared? I don't know. Maybe. Not sure. GM. Decent at modeling, but I can't do pixel art. Oh, really? Did I see some of your modeling? I don't think I did. But yeah, obviously I like creature a lot. Good solutions. Oh my god. Hello. Good morning, mate. I love your tutorials. It's coming along really well. Well done. Very impressive. You also know your shader magic. Showed it, yeah. Who's Arch, by the way? I'm just doing some dialogue data at the moment. Shaders are so simple that they get complicated. Maybe. Do you actually use Arch? Or is that a meme? Oh, I think you do. Those are the icons. Right? That's like, I don't think those are Windows icons. Unironic. Unironically. Why aren't you using 4.41? I said something about it the other day, I was confused. I don't know if you can use Unreal Engine on Linux, right? I think it has to be Windows. So I've got these barks, and then I was going to decide how these barks get used. Oh, you can? Oh, that's nice. And then I was going to go to the spaceship body. We're going to go here. And then I was going to check, hey, am I, if percent, current hold percent, oh yeah, I've already got the number. I love it when I already have the number there. I don't have to recalculate the number. Is less than 0.3. I think 0.3 makes sense. Then I will random range. I'll use the non-random numbers to help the CPU. The randomized non-random numbers, so that is a game precalc random f's. I'm going to choose number 3. And then I'm going to go, if that is less than 0.1, I'm going to go to I'm going to then play my bark. So what does that mean? It means that I need to cheat. Oh. I can just put an and statement here, I guess. And I have dual boot set up with Windows and Arch. I mostly use Windows with Arch running with WSL. My daily. That's complicated. I want to completely go Linux as Windows is annoying me and increasingly rate. Yeah, I switched to Linux because of the Windows 10 wasn't going to be updated, and I didn't want to deal with like the adverts and things in Windows 11. The Gomatakak. Very nice. Is this some sort of spaceship? It's like some sort of pod. It's very Metroidvania, isn't it? I don't know what's happening here. Is that some sort of UI? I guess you got a tile map of some sort. Very cool. If you're doing 2D, then maybe you're not using Unreal, because you normally use Unreal, don't you? Maybe you're using a different engine. I don't know. I'm beginning. Beginning at Arch is hard. You just use Linux Mint if you do it. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't choose Arch. A space theme game. If current whole percent and game pre-calc free, really this should be like randomized. Wasn't there a randomized number? Here we are, random frame number. I use that. Why isn't that one unreadied? That's strange. I'll use random frame number like this. Where was I? I lost where I was now. Here. Okay. If current this, then we play the back. To play the back, I need to go to the bus. I need to add in a variable called dialogue control. And dialogue control needs to bus.dialogue control itself, and then I need to go to spaceship body. I can go to the bus.dialogue control, playback. Then we need to go to my character data, go to my parts, go to my damaged. Did I name it that? Did I name it that? Damaged, yeah, damaged, threats or chatter. Damaged, threats or chatter. And I pick a random. Okay. Let's see what happens, I suppose. Game Maker Studio.
This is the test dialogue. Do a barrel roll. Get down and boogie.
Oh, something happened. I just accidentally pressed A a bunch of times and broke it. Okay, what happened? Invalid get property key box. Let's see. Well, that makes sense. Fellow game maker. Oops. Wow. Stephanie, I feel you should probably be a moderator or something. You say hello to everybody. And Mami does as well, actually. Should I make you moderators? It's very kind. Mavi Lebenstein. Oh no, that was the wrong username. Mod. There we go. There's a button for it. All right. Now, there was an error. There was an error, and then also I don't have any music anymore. Okay. What was the error? The error was because this doesn't exist, right? And this doesn't exist because I actually don't want to do this. I want to go to character data. I want to go to character const data. I want to get my character data. No. Yeah, character data. Hang on. I shouldn't have closed that. I can't remember what a character data looks like. Okay, hang on. Character data.
This is the test dialog.
This is the test dialog. Okay, it has it right there. So yeah, it's right there. Const key at the very beginning. It's character const data, get character data const key. Then okay, this should work, I think. I mean, this is so convoluted and weird. Don't you think this is convoluted and weird? And I know you do this all the time. Like you when you work with dictionaries, you end up with these giant like addresses or keys or something. You end up with these giant lines to get the data you want. And part of me is like, you what you should do is you make like a helper function or something that will grab the data for that specific thing you want, and it would clean that up a lot, and you wouldn't have to like guess every time what you need. So I might end up doing that.
This This is a test dialogue. Do a barrel roll.
This might need to be transparent so that you can see what's going on, right?
Get down and
Oh, I just heard something. I just heard it again. I just heard it again. But it's very quiet. It's very quiet. I did just hear it. I think generally using strings as address is not ideal. Yeah, I've been thinking about enums, but then the thing about enums is then the thing gets even longer. Transparency would be nice, yeah. So I'm gonna increase the volume here. Oh, SpecNet, hello mate. Hello, my good friend. I do definitely want transparency. I think that'd be a good idea. Let's just modulate for now, and I'll deal with it later. Right. I guess not. I guess I can't modulate. I need to self-modulate this. Make sure, double check that it happens.
This is a test dialogue. Do a barrel roll. Get down and use it. This is a test mark. This is a test mark. They're behind me.
That's funny. I don't know if you can even hear this, but
This is a test mark.
it's kind of hilarious. It seems to be working.
This is a test bar.
This is a test bar.
They're behind me.
Good. Fine. Now you talk to yourself through the game. Excellent. Oh, we had some errors here. Too many. I shouldn't have printed that out. Hang on. That's funny. Could not resolve member initialize ship. What? We clearly could because I just ran the game. That's fine. Okay. Award-winning voice acting. Now, when they say something, I need some visual indicators that they're saying something, right? So let's say one of your allies says something, then the panel here needs to flash. And then let's say one of the enemies says something, then one of these panels has to flash. And also, you know how there's the boxes, like the hit areas as well? Those need to flash as well. Do I want to be clever about it and make a proper script? I'm not sure if I like this, what I'm doing right now, but we've got this playback. I could just I could pass through the ship and then this game dev Chris, hello. Sup? It's good to see, mate. I see you on the Discord. So, it's good to see. No new videos. No new videos. I know you're working on a space game as well, though. Oh yeah, and it looked really good. I remember now. Because I could pass through the ship that is actually doing the speaking, and then they could worry about it. I think so. Self. Spaceship. Spaceship body. Yeah. And what happens is flash between equals create tween spaceship body targeting I think I even have a set color, don't I? Don't I have a set color function? Target info. No, that's the wrong one. Targeting. Set color, team color. Okay. So go to here. Go to about targeting set color. Should I tween this? Set color. I'm just gonna make sure it works like gold, yeah. And then I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I guess I'm not even gonna use a tween for now. Just gonna spaceship. And then we're gonna await get tree. Oh no, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna await Arc voice stream player finished. And then we're gonna do spaceship targeting, set color, spaceship targeting, team color. Let's see what happens.
This is a test dialogue. Do a barrel roll. Get down.
I cannot hit him. Skill issue.
This is a test mark. This is a test mark.
Damn it, it went off, but I didn't see the...
This is a test mark. They're behind me.
I don't think it happened.
This is a test mark.
I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. I think... Therefore I am, and I think what's happening is somebody else is overriding set color. No, it can't be. It's just on ready. So yeah, it's not, this isn't working. There's nothing overriding it though. I'm gonna print in here.
This is a test dialogue.
Okay, they set color at the beginning, look.
Do a barrel roll. Get down. This is a test mark.
Oh, it's working. I see the... I saw the colors changing.
They're behind me.
Yeah, it's changing right here, look. But I didn't actually see anything happen. Oh. Look at that. What a dummy. Why even have a set color if you're just gonna...
This is the test.
Okay, it should work now.
Do a barrel. Get down and boogie. They're behind me.
Yeah, I saw it for a second there.
They're behind me.
There you go. And then they die.
This is a test of arc. They're behind me. They're behind me.
I can't see if they're actually like changing back.
Test of arc.
Because...
This is a test of arc. This is a test of arc.
they always die. But I think it's working.
They're behind me.
Awesome. Excellent. For a boss, it takes longer to... Yeah, they should like stick a... there should be a death animation at the very end. Because they die too early, right? They don't finish their voice line and then die. So... Oh my goodness. Look at this. Very, very complicated. Very cool. All these icons and stuff, yeah. Wow. That's a big deal. It's crazy. This is a big brain game. Yeah. If you want to min-max, this is a game for you. That's crazy. Very cool. Yeah, that's probably a lot of work. I mean, I know that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Right. So I also need like them to flash here and flash here, right? So let's do that. I need to find the Hmm. Okay, this gets complicated. For enemy button in, I think it's a button. I think it's a enemy button, enemy contact button in first up player HUD, enemy contact. Do I really not have that? Player HUD. Context VBox container. I don't have it. I guess I can get children. Or I could do it properly, I don't know. Or enemy button in place to player HUD. The enemy VBox. VBox. Contacts VBox container. Get children. If enemy button dot attached body is equal to spaceship. Enemy button modulate equals gold. For enemy for ally button, ally button in first dot player body, player HUD, ally VBox container get children. If ally button attached body is equal to spaceship, ally button modulates equals color gold. Button. Okay. Let's see if that works. Good solutions. Anoga Rogaman, hello. Which of these names sounds the best to you? Spirit of the Dome, the Crystal War, Crystal Dome, Dome of Ash. Ooh. You're trying to name your game. You know how bad I am at naming things. It took me so long to get a name for this game. Holy shit. I think these things just have to come to you after a while. Everything is taken already. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I mean, it's not completely necessary that you need a name that... I mean, it's nice though, right? To have a name that someone types in and it would come up first, right? Because if that's the problem, if you use Star Wars or something, or just for example, you're going to get other games first. It's difficult. See. What would you say your biggest takeaway is, lesson learned from working on this game? Oh yeah, my resources all broke. Custom resource, trying to save and load with custom resources. Spirit of Dome sounds neat. Yeah, it does sound good. But yeah, all my custom resources broke, and there was some weird, strange bugs involving custom resources, and I don't even know what happened, but you know, all my save data broke. It just wouldn't accept these resources anymore. It kept on giving me strange errors that didn't exist in the parsing editor. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe these errors. So I had to abandon all resources, at least for like saving and loading data. I still use resources every now and then, but I'm mostly switching to dictionaries because I don't want to deal with it. So that's my biggest lesson learned, I suppose. I still don't have a name for my game. It's still called To Be Continued. I wonder what that stands for. TBC. It stands for stands for turn-based combat. I think like Crystal War. I think I like Crystal War the most, but there is already a game called that on Steam, but it has 0 reviews from 2018. Yeah. Crystal Conflict. Crystal Shards of War. Don't know. Funny thing you say that when we just have rewritten a game to use resources for saving and loading. Oh no. Well, I hope you don't have the same problems I had. I'm sure you won't. I'm sure it was just my weird situation. I'm sure it'll go fine. The words Crystal and War make me think of a Chinese mobile game. Really? Crystal's used a lot. You look over all the names. I went for like weeks. I just randomly writing down things. You can steal any of these if you want them. I don't think any of them are very... These were good. No, things that haven't been taken, right? I made a list of things that haven't been taken already. I don't know. Didn't I make a list of things that haven't been taken yet? Available star names. Anyway, I guess that's not going to help you. Star Lancers. Star Lancers is good, but there's a game already called Star Lancer. Yeah. Crystal Key. Crystal Dome War. Anyway, I was going to test if this works.
This is a test dialogue. Do a barrel roll. Get down and boogie. This is a test bark.
I don't think it worked.
This is a test bark. This is a test bark.
Yeah, it didn't work. Maybe. Crystal Dome War. Spirit of the Dome. The Crystal War. Crystal Dome. Dome of Ash. Jump scare. I'm sorry about the ads. Sorry about that. Void Lancers. I think that's on my list. Void Lancers. No, I have a name. I named my game. I don't know if I showed you Good Solution because it's been a while, I suppose. Here's my my game. If anybody would like to wish list it, hang on. Oh, hang on. Well, here's my game trailer. Anyway. Thank you, Capoloni. Yeah. It's based off Freelancer. Definitely. I don't like the new Steam trailer UI. The bar is too big. Oh, right, yeah. this I guess. Maybe they're making it more friendly to like mobile and stuff. I don't know. I guess it's a little bit more clear. It was difficult to click the buttons before. I feel like it was a little bit more difficult to click the buttons. All right. So I'm guessing that either... Okay, we'll find out. Print ally button enemy button. Oh, you wishlisted it? Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Oh, that's so kind. Okay.
This is the test dialogue. Do a barrel roll. Get down and do. They're behind me.
Oh, freed object. Look at that. Freed object. You like heroes? I do like heroes. Read object. Interesting. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do it a different way. Freed object. The object has been freed. I'm glad you would think it would crash, wouldn't you? Oh no, it didn't because I had if ally button. That's why it didn't crash. Okay. So I'm gonna have to do it. Think of a different way to do this. Something like a boolean saying, "Oh, I'm currently talking." Grand science fiction heroes. Mate, the name crossed my mind. Definitely. I kind of like it though, having a consistent naming scheme, like they're related to each other in some way. I like that idea. So this isn't gonna work. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a boolean that's gonna say barking boolean equals false. And so when you go to bark, I will make this barking equals true. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll go to... And this was probably a better way to do it anyway. So, spaceship barking is true. And then we just get rid of this, it's fine. Await bark voice stream player finished. Spaceship barking equals false. Then when I go to my ship HUD, go to my ally button, process. I have a process here. Is there anything messing with your color at the moment? No. Okay. If attached body, wait, I have a thing there. If attached body barking equals true, self dot modulate with color dot gold, else self dot modulate equals white. Same thing for enemy button, contact button, process. Okay, mate, that's so much simpler. Why didn't I do that before? My toddler up and wants a bath. Let's go to test system.
This is a test dialogue.
True.
Do a barrel roll. Get down and boogie. They're behind me. This is a test bar.
Didn't see anything. Oh, I see.
They're behind me. They're behind me.
I think I see it happening. But it's not, it's modulating. It is modulating. I see it modulating.
This is a test bar. They're behind me.
Actually, it isn't. It didn't. Oh, because I didn't do the set color thing. Well, let's just go to targeting. Process. If parent ship barking equals true, set color dot gold, else set color dot team color. And then the next issue is obviously that this doesn't modulate the way. Yeah, if I modulate that gold, it just does that. Right? So that's what's happening. That's why you can't see it. Is that because these guys are modulated already? No. How are you? So I guess I need to, because your theme override is red. So what I would do is I actually make you white, right? Yeah, I make you white. And I make the texture white as well. And then it'll actually turn yellow, which is good. So normally you'll be white, and then I'm going to do this, or crimson. I think it looks a bit better. Then we'll do the same thing with the ally button. So does this one modulate? Maybe it modulates, I don't have to do that. It does sort of modulate, yeah. So this one's okay. It'll modulate into this. But that doesn't look great. So let's do this, because I think that's what color is. And let's go to this theme. Let's try that.
This is a test dialogue.
Hello, Marathon. Hello, social media.
Do a barrel roll.
Hang on.
Get down and boogie. They're behind me.
Okay, it works.
They're behind me.
This is a bit of an issue though, right? These guys here. These don't look right anymore. How do I follow your social media? Do you want to link something? Oh. You don't have anything. Okay. Well, there you go. Never mind. I used to have better rewards. Like, I used to have better, what are they called? Point redeems. But then I took an arrow to the knee and I couldn't do it anymore. Hey, Mummy. Welcome back. So there's a problem with these guys. I need to think about it. Sky blue. I'm just gonna do white. Nice.
This is a test dialogue. Do a barrel roll. Get down and boogie. This is a test bar.
Oh yeah, it's working. It's working.
This is a test bar. This is a test bar.
It's working. Excellent.
This is a test mark. This is a test mark. This is a test mark. They're behind me. This is a test mark. This is a test mark.
Equa. No, I see you a lot in Pharaoh's stream. Looks sick like Elite Dangerous. It's mostly based off a game, an old game called Freelancer that I played a lot when I was younger. And I want to sort of recreate that gameplay, so I think that's really good progress for today. That's interesting. My camera clipped. Yeah, Godot isn't really known for 3D stuff, I guess. Stood up, so still foggy brain. Just stood up. Mate, getting lightheaded actually, it's actually a thing. It's actually a problem. Slowly gaining traction. Did you hear about being used in upcoming Battlefield 6? I did, yeah. That's really fun. Let's watch that video for anyone who ever hasn't seen it.
Battlefield 6 is going to use the Godot engine. Not in that way. It's not for the entire game. But they just recently showed off some of their multiplayer features in a trailer, and guess what made an appearance?
And with the return of Portal, you can also build, share, and play your custom-created experiences.
This new, more powerful version of Portal will enable creators to use an updated toolset that features editing tools that will let you create even wilder experiences.
Yes, that is the Godot engine being used as an editor for Battlefield 6 maps.
You don't have nodes. There aren't any nodes here. There's just the files, isn't there? But it does say scripts, which is interesting. It makes me think you can actually script stuff. But there's no nodes in this version.
Being used as an editor for Battlefield 6 maps. Now, some of you might be thinking that's amazing, and it is for two reasons. One, it's cool for the game itself, because if you read about what this thing is going to be able to do and what players and creators are going to be able to do for multiplayer in Battlefield 6, it's kind of insane. Basically, they're saying you can edit existing maps by moving giant pieces around.
There's the nodes. I have nodes here, and they have scripts on them. And those are tool scripts.
Giant pieces around, making your own maps. Not only can you adjust the environment of a map, but we're talking about custom scripting and AI tools to make unique UIs or NPCs. This basically means endless multiplayer content, and it's going to be extremely accessible because it's using the Godot engine. You're going to be able to make maps however you want. We're talking like giant stacks of boxes, new game modes, even the stuff that the people at EA are talking about, like top-down 2D shooters or custom UIs for, you know, buying guns and stuff. That's going to be like the tip of the iceberg once everyone can get their hands on this thing. Point number one, it's going to make lots of really interesting and good solid content, and I think it's going to benefit Battlefield 6 a whole heck of a lot. Two, it also means that everyone who's making content within Battlefield 6 with this new Battlefield portal is going to be using Godot. That's more eyes on the engine, more people getting used to it. More people using it means you get a lot more feedback. Now, if you watch the video, it's definitely the Godot engine. It's probably a very customized version of that, so you're not going to be able to do everything you would within just the full version that you download off of the website. Exciting news. I'm excited to get a deeper look at it. Wow, good move by EA. I think this is going to be big.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool. How you doing, Overcame? How's you know, your multiplayer game going? If you're making any progress on it, I don't know. If you have any news. They were too ashamed to put out their own tooling. What I imagine happened is, you know, someone at EA, that they probably didn't want to make their own editor because they were lazy or something. And then someone who's at EA was like, let's just use the Godot engine. And also, we don't have to worry then about support. We don't have to worry about leaking proprietary software right? Like, they don't want to release their Frostbite engine because it's amazing or whatever, do they? It's like proprietary. It's their own engine. So they're like, okay, let's use Godot, because we can't use Unity, we can't use Unreal. So it makes a lot of sense, really. No progress for now. Looking for a job. A real job? A real job. That's also progress. We weren't happy when their code got leaked. So much I know. Did their code get leaked? Is that a thing that happened? EA code leaked. Battlefield 6 dates just got leaked early. EA hacked. 180 gigabytes of data stolen, including, oh my god, including Frostbite source
Alright,
code.
so this is a video that many of you have been asking me to make. It's about something that happened with EA recently, a hack, in fact, that EA has confirmed to be true. So, first of all, I'd like to show you this article from Bleeping Computer titled Hackers Breach Gaming Giant EA, Steal Game Source Code, as this is the outlet that captured this screenshot showing
I have a friend who is French and got in trouble similarly to Flappy Bird devs. It's partially why I focus on Godot and my own content. Like, they were getting sued or something for Flappy Bird?
a forum where essentially the hacker is trying to sell off this data for a whopping $28 million. I mean, I don't know who would take the hacker up on that, but among the things that were stolen apparently include debug tools, SDK, and API keys, FIFA 21 matchmaking server, FIFA 22 API keys, and some SDK and debugging tools, Frostbite source code, and debug tools. That's any source code stolen can be particularly detrimental. Many proprietary EA games frameworks and SDKs.
Mate, the Frostbite engine is amazing, isn't it? The games they make out of that is really good.
Xbox and Sony private SDK and API key, Xbox, PlayStation, and EA, PFX, and CRT with key currently used. And then it says right here you have full capability of exploiting on all EA services. The
Hard to
dump
feel
is
bad for EA.
3/4 of a terabyte, 780 gigabytes. Now this data breach was even reported by some mainstream outlets like CNN, and they actually spoke to somebody called Brett Callow, the cybersecurity expert and a threat analyst at Emisoft. And as far as the detrimental effects of this hack goes, he specifically cited the stealing of source code, stating source code could theoretically be copied by other developers or used to create hacks for games. Anytime source code gets leaked, it's not good. Hackers can comb through the code, identify deeper flaws for exploit, and sell that previous code on the dark web to malicious threat actors. And with the source code of Frostbite, which is the engine that is used for so many EA games, with that being stolen, that could potentially open up the path towards exploitation and other hacks and less than ideal actions on the part of the perpetrators. Initial reporting of this was conducted by news outlet Vice in this article, where one of the paragraphs reads, hackers have broken into gaming giant Electronic Arts, the publisher of Battlefield, FIFA, and The Sims, and stole a wealth of game source code and related internal tools. Motherboard has learned, Motherboard being, I believe, a subsidiary of Vice. And Motherboard was among those who reached out to EA for a comment on the situation, if they confirm or deny any of this, and how much damage has been done. And this is the statement that a spokesperson responded with. We are investigating a recent incident of intrusion into our network where a limited amount of game source code and related tools were stolen. So EA has confirmed that this is real. This isn't just somebody making some stuff up or a false threat. This did happen. But EA insists that the impact and repercussions haven't been as bad as some people might think. EA insists that no player data
Oh, that's awful.
was accessed, and we have no reason to believe there's any risk to player privacy.
Anyway, that's very interesting. Very interesting. All right, well, I think that's probably just because it's EA. Yeah, obviously it'd be terrible. I guess EA is quite scummy, aren't they? It probably goes like Ubisoft, EA. And then under that, I don't know. I can't even think of a bad company after that. But I'm sure they're like scummy companies. You just don't hear about them. Like, I bet there's lots of like Chinese and Japanese companies that are scummy, but you just don't hear about it. I'll make a party if they lose all their proprietary software. And hello, Bruce Mort. Hello, mate. How you doing? I was about to end stream, to be honest. So I will raid somebody. We can raid this guy because he's making a game similar to mine.
Oh, and it'll be used in here because look, it's got cam. So why is it not found it in the project? No, this is why I created it, wasn't it? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, well, welcome back, and thanks everyone for watching today. SpecNet and Deformed and Good Solutions and Chris and Aaron and Coward and Stephanie and Mavi, Bruce Molt, Sequa, Overcane, Ameripon, everybody. I really appreciate all of you. Oh no, some new. I'm sorry. That's sent. Sorry, I ignored you. See you guys later.